49er here. Today we're going to show you how to take off your rear tire, and then I'm going to follow it up with the front tire. So I'll do two separate videos, one for the front, one for the rear. It's not really that hard. What you're going to need is a pair of needle nose pliers. You're going to need a 12-inch crescent wrench, and you might need a mallet to smack the crescent wrench with. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. Pretty simple process. First, get your bike up on bike stands. That's going to be your safest and most secure way so the bike doesn't have a whole lot of movement on you. Then just take your needle nose pliers onto your cotter pin. You're going to bend this up, get that as straight as you can get so you can drop that out of the way. You're going to need to do that and make sure that you can get your lug nut off. Drop that down, and you're going to make sure that you want to go the right direction on this. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Make sure I don't have too much place. I don't want to strip it out. I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure. I'm going to use my mallet. Now I'm using the mallet because I don't have an impact gun. But as you can see, once you get started, it's not so bad. After it kind of spins and twists off pretty easy after you get it started. And you get to a point where you can take it off by hand. One thing you don't really want to mess with too much is your adjusting screw here. You really don't want to play with that too much, because when you go to put your tire back on, it's going to be right at the perfect spot. But if you do mess with them, as I've shown in a couple of other videos, there are these little hash marks here, and when your little spacer thing is where it needs to be, you can count your hash marks to make sure that you're putting that back in the right spot. Alright, so once you've got that done, it's kind of easy. Give your tire a little bump forward like that. You're going to end up taking off your chain, just like a bicycle chain. You can roll it forward to get your chain off, or backwards in this case, better. And as you can see, chain's nice and loose. Now you can use a smaller hammer. Probably a good idea to use a rubber mallet even, but give yourself a little tap here and just tap it very gently. You don't want to damage it. So you're going to tap out your center stud, and then on the other side you're going to see that this is the other side of your pin here. Set my camera out and get that right. There. So this is the other side of the pin that we just tapped on. If you lift up on the right side of the bike, see the tire wiggling, but you can just kind of wiggle that a little. You got to be careful because the tire is going to drop as soon as you do that. So hang on to it. Try and lift your caliper out of the way, just like that. And what you just heard drop was a spacer. There's a spacer on both sides of your tire. You don't want to lose these. You're going to take this one out and put this somewhere safe. Along with this bar, you want to keep that separated and somewhere safe. But the spacer is going to be on the inside, so it's going to go into your actual tire. So keep the orientation of those the right way. You want to put that one on the right side of your bike, and I'm just going to flip this around so you can see this other one on your sprocket side. This was the one that you heard fall out a second ago. Take that, set that on to the left side of your bike, depending on what your orientation is, but keep them on the same side so you're putting the same spacer in the right side. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really not that difficult to take your tire off. This should be a little bit wobbly, and that's going to get you to there. I'm taking it off because I am going to get my tires today. I'm going to leave this off because I don't think he's going to need that, and I don't want to carry that in my car. But I want to put it somewhere that it's not going to get really dirty or grody or corroded. So I'm going to put this on a clean surface so I don't get any dirt and stuff in it. And I might even just go ahead and take it with that on there and lay this down in my car so I can keep the dirt and grime out of there. But that's it. As long as you're on bike stands, you're pretty good. That's the front tire removal. It really doesn't take very much. It's pretty simple, comes off pretty easy, and it should go back on the same way. We'll do a follow-up video on how to put it back on. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Just do everything you just did in reverse order, and you should be all set. Thanks for watching, guys.